So if you make YouTube videos, or any sort of video for that matter, you will know the importance of good quality lighting. Now, lighting can be the difference between a really poor looking video and a very good quality looking video. Even if the content is exactly the same, that can be the difference. It can make a huge difference. Now, it's taken me a hell of a long time to figure out lighting and how to make my videos look the best I can in this environment, in the situation that I have got here. I think I'm slowly starting to get there with it. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you will know that I've changed this room around quite a bit recently as to what it used to look like. I've painted these walls because these walls used to have like a browny colour paint and a white colour paint, and they used to just reflect light back into my face that didn't look very good on video. So now these walls don't reflect any colour onto my face. I've also changed the colour of the desk because that was reflecting light up into my face as well, and I had no control over this. But one of my main problems with my videos was the light I was using. Now, I was using this. I bought this off Amazon a couple of years ago now, when I was starting to take videos a little bit more seriously. I didn't have a clue what I was doing with lighting, so I clicked on Amazon, bought this and thought it did the job, and it's got me through the last couple of years. But what I didn't realise was how much of a bad effect this was having on my videos, along with what was on the walls. Now, if you have a look at one of my old videos, they just look completely washed out because, as I said, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. There is no depth to them and it just looks pretty terrible. They're not very well lit at all. And the main problem was this light. Now, this light is far too powerful for this room. This is a fairly small room, and this is a 85 watt bulb. Now, I don't know a lot about bulbs, and this video is not going to be very technical in specifications and all of that because I don't know anything about lighting specs. But I know that 85 watts is way too powerful. And you can see that from my past videos. It just looks completely washed out. So I've been looking at changing it around for quite a while, and Holly very kindly bought me this for my birthday, which I'm using right now as my main light to light me. This is the Aputure B7C, and it has made a huge difference. Along with painting and decorating the walls, this has made the biggest difference to my videos so far, and I absolutely love it. It's let me get rid of that horrible light that I got off Amazon that is just way too powerful, and it looks a lot better. So in this video, I just want to have a very quick look at the Aputure B7C, and as I said, it's not going to be too technical and full of specs because I don't know anything about that. I just want to go through the sort of things you can actually do with it and how it looks, because to me, that's all that's important. I'm not worried about kelvins and watts and all of that. As long as it looks good, that's all I'm bothered about. So let's have a look at the Aputure B7C. Now, going back to this light very quickly, you have no control over what this does at all. It is either on, very bright, or off. That is it. That is all it does. It's on or off. You have no control, no brightness controls. And that does have its uses in some situations, but in a room like this that's quite small, it's too much. You don't need that in here. It was cheap on Amazon, that's why I got it originally. With the Aputure B7C, however, you have full control over absolutely everything. And it also has the added bonus of being, as well as AC powered, so plugging it into a lamp, or I've got it plugged into my softbox, as well as being AC powered, it can also be run off its internal battery. It's a bulb with a battery. It's incredible. So from the outside, it looks pretty much like a normal standard bulb. It's also got just a normal bulb fitting to put it in any sort of normal E26 or E27 lamp. From the back, however, it does look like a jet engine, which I think is pretty incredible. It looks awesome. But apart from that, you wouldn't really expect it does anything different to a normal bulb. Where it starts to differ, however, is there is 3 separate buttons on the side of the bulb. Now, don't know about you, but I've not seen many bulbs with buttons on. What these buttons allow you to do is pretty much very, very simple. It is power. You can switch between AC and DC modes, so mains and battery. You can change the brightness, and you can also toggle between a few presets. Where this bulb gets even cooler though is that you can connect it to your phone. Now I know this isn't a brand new feature. Loads of bulbs have been able to be controlled from your phone very recently, and they do incredible things, but I've never used one, and I've especially never used one to make my videos, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to quickly record my screen on here and open up the Sidus Link app, and now you can see if I click on here, it is connecting to the bulb. I've already connected it to the bulb, as you can see, because I'm using it right now. So I'm going to click on the B7C. And here we go. This is like the main sort of home screen, if you would like. So from here, you can change the intensity of the bulb. So you can take it right down and turn it off. You can bring it up, and then you can change the CCT. Now, as I said before, I don't really know too much about lighting specs. I don't really know what CCT means, or 3250K. I don't know what any of them mean, but you can change that. So that is a bit of a cooler light, that is a bit of a warmer light. I'm going to put it back onto where it was because that's how I've got it set for this video. But then if you click on gel at the top, you can toggle between daylight and tungsten. So I've got it set on tungsten at the moment for this video. You can again switch the intensity or turn it on and off, and then you can toggle through all of these settings here. So you've got half CBT, quarter CBT. Again, I don't know what any of that means, but if you click on daylight, you've got all of those settings there as well, CTO. I still do not have a clue what they mean, but very, very useful to have. So I'm going to put it back where it was, and then we're going to click on the color tab at the top, and this is where it starts to get really cool. Now this is not just a tungsten or daylight bulb, it is full RGB color. So if I just move this around here, you can see the light changing to every single color you could ever want, pretty much. So we've got red, green, yellow, blue, purple, pink, and whatever color you want, you can pretty much adapt the bulb to, which is, I think, pretty incredible. And then if you click on these three little lines in the bottom left corner, with that color that you've set, you can then again change the intensity of that color. You can change the hue, you can change the saturation, and you can do that for every single color that you set. So if I go back to where I was on these little color wheel, if I go into red, click the lines again, I can change the hue or the saturation for that red, and I think that is incredible. It is so useful. I'm going to quickly pop it back onto where it was again. To be able to have any sort of colour that you could possibly want is massively useful. So you don't have to use this as your main key light that I'm using right now, my main light to light me in this video. Imagine using it in the background. You can pretty much create any mood you want using this app and this bulb. It is incredible. You could use this in high budget films, use it for creating little YouTube videos like I'm using now, but it is incredible what you can do with this bulb. And if I click on effect in the top right corner, there is all these pre-built effects. So for example, if you are filming a high budget movie and there is someone is about to be arrested and you've got cops come in and that you can see through a window and you need to shine a cop car through a window, you can then use this to create the cop car effect, and you've got red and blue flashing lights, and you can change how frequent they are, you can change the cycle, you can change if it's red or blue, black or white, blue and white, sorry, red, purely red, and you have full control over all of that. I'm going to stop it flashing because that's really annoying. For example, is another one. If you need to recreate a fire scene in the background, you can use this as a background and it creates that warm fire flickery sort of look. You can use that in the background. You wouldn't necessarily use that as I'm using it right now, but it is again a pretty cool feature to have. Pop that back on there. And it is genuinely incredible. So what you can also do is, if you've got more than one of these, I've only got one, but you can link them all together in this app and create a big light source, and then control all the bulbs individually, and also program them to do exactly what you want, which I don't need that for creating little YouTube videos. But if you're an independent filmmaker, or you're creating a high budget film, that is an incredible thing to have, because lighting can be really difficult. But I think now with smart bulbs and everything, it is becoming a lot easier to create the looks you want to create, and it's helped me massively here just with one of these bulbs in this little room to sort of get a little bit more depth from the background and not be completely washed out, because with that horrible Amazon light that I bought a couple of years ago, that is just horrible. It is a very bright, cool light and no control over it at all. With this, I can literally change it to whatever sort of light I want. If I wanted it cooler, warmer, if I wanted a different coloured light in the background, I could do whatever you want with it. It is genuinely incredible. So yeah, that is the Aputure B7C light. Hopefully, if you are looking at buying one, that has given you a little idea as to what it can do. I'm sorry if you were looking for a very technical review. This wasn't that. I don't know anything about lighting, as I mentioned before. I just want to create better looking videos, and I think this bulb has very easily helped me to do that, and hopefully it helps you to do that as well. So that is it for this video. If you like what you see on the channel, don't forget to click the little subscribe button down below there, give this video a thumbs up, come and say hello in the comments and all of that, and I shall see you all very soon in another video.
I'm going crazy. It's not a fear.